Hi, and welcome to our Zoom session. We are in week 3, and this week we're going to talk about social media trends. Social media companies, if they want to be successful, really have to invest in social media. Otherwise, um, they're not going to be able to target their products effectively. The markets keep changing, and so do the social media apps. For example, Twitter keeps flattening out, and other applications are growing in popularity, such as WhatsApp. So it's important to do strategic planning when you're looking at applications. We were looking today at a site as well, and one of the things that you have to be aware of is if you're looking for an international market, there are some areas, some in the world, where not all applications are accessible. For example, China does not allow people in its country to use Facebook. So that's another consideration that you need to keep in mind when businesses are using social media. Another aspect is to look at viewer engagement, because there's a different technique you're going to look at if you're going to market to people who just click through things. If they click through things, the only way you're going to get their attention is to really have something very flashy on the screen that captures their attention. On the other hand, if you have people that spend time on the site, you want real content for them to get involved in. So it makes a difference if you're looking at viewer habits. People on Facebook, for instance, tend to spend time on the page, as opposed to some other sites where they just kind of click through. And that's what we're talking about when we're looking at viewer behavior. It's just another aspect of analytics that you want to look at. How deeply they penetrate through a site, because there are some, like Facebook, where they'll spend time and really go through one page after another, and how long that they engage within that site. So there's different analytics that you want to look at when you're looking at evaluating social media use. All right, back to our papers and the all-important APA, making sure that in this paper, there are 2 things that you need to keep in mind. One of them is not quoting and synthesizing the information instead, and making sure that you back up your points that you make with references, index references to the readings. The other thing is to avoid long lists. I know it's used frequently on web pages. They do that because if viewers are only on there for a few minutes, they can absorb the information quickly. But if you're writing a paper, you're not going to build an argument from a whole bunch of points just listed on a page. So our purpose in writing our paper is different. So 2 things to keep in mind is making sure that everything is in correct APA. And the second thing is to make sure that you're putting in content that will build an argument, because that's what the dissertation is all about. And this is a good place to practice those scholarly skills. So I am going to, at this point, I'm going to stop recording, and